We're going to revisit the idea of the four themes of statistics, just because this is the AP College Board. This is how they want it to be set up. Part one, exploratory data analysis. That's what the first four chapters in our textbook are going to be about. Tools and strategies for organizing, displaying, describing, and analyzing data. So it's going to be our graphs, our 5-number summaries, things like that. Part two is producing data, designing surveys, experiments, observational studies. And we'll be doing quite a bit of hands-on work with that. Part three is probability. It's the study of chance behavior. How likely are certain outcomes? And finally, inference. It's drawing conclusions about the population based on samples. We'll be testing claims, estimates, how confident are we that our data is right, etc. When we deal with data analysis, we're going to be organizing, displaying, summarizing, and interpreting. There's a couple of key things that we deal with. Individuals, it's the objects described by data. And when we deal with individuals, it's not literally people as an individual. If you're doing an experiment on bacteria, well, your individual might be bacteria then. Variable, it's a characteristic of an individual. We've got two different types of variables. We got a categorical and a numeric. Well, a categorical variable might be, for example, the types of animals in the Minnesota Zoo. A numeric variable might be um, weight loss on a new diet plan. Distribution, it's the actual values taken on by a variable. So let's say we were to deal with a quantitative variable of the average height of students in our class, where the distribution might be 72 inches, 73 inches, 70 inches, because those are the heights of the specific students we have. There's several important questions. Who are the individuals being described? Because if we're wanting to find the average height of the American male, we're measuring kindergarten students, well, that doesn't make sense to do. What are the variables? So in other words, okay, we'll come back to that. Why were the data gathered? And if we're, say, for example, on this particular case, the what, why, when, where, how, whom. So let's say we're reporting the approval rating of our current president, President Obama. Now, let's say the Republican National Committee does a survey of people living in Beverly Hills of what their approval rating is of President Obama. Well, those are going to be drastically different numbers than if it was the Democratic National Committee who does a survey of the approval rating of President Obama in a housing project.